Okay, I know some of you are still commenting on my animation video for the Dead Space remake that I did way back when. It did decent views, and I think some of you want to follow up on whether or not they fixed the animations, improved on them, blah blah blah. Was that really a preview build? And everyone who said in the comments whether they were just like, oh, well, you're blowing it out of proportion, and like, don't get me wrong, it shouldn't put you off the game, right? If these animations annoy you, they really shouldn't put you off the game, because I think they're only bad in comparison to the original. They are. And some of them aren't even bad. Some of them are fine. Are they as good as the original? No. But some of them are still a bit wonky. Isaac still... He moves fast, but it's like everything else is so big and enemies move so quick that you don't really notice it. I know in a video when you're watching him walk and you're like, whoa, he's fucking on turbo mode. Why is he so fast? It's not like that in the game. It's not when you're playing it and you're immersed and you're looking at your surroundings and you're moving through the environment. You're really not paying attention like that. And I haven't obviously gone back and played 2008 Dead Space to know if it feels like way too slow now, but he does feel fast in this. They've definitely polished the animations. I don't notice any more sliding that was in the earlier builds. There was a necromorph that slid on one of the preview builds. It was like it had its legs blown off and it was using the claws to kind of pull itself across the ground, but it was sliding like it was on a skateboard, and it looked horrendous. It looked really, really bad. But I've never seen that in the final, obviously the full release. That seems to have been like fixed completely, and Isaac seems to plant his feet on the ground. He doesn't float across the floor like he's a ghost or something. And then when it comes to the shooting animations, as you can tell, Isaac still holds the plasma cutter all kinds of wrong. He doesn't lean in, he doesn't aim down the sight. Yet if you look at every other gun, Isaac does look down the sight. He does hold the guns correctly. It's literally just the plasma cutter. I don't know why that is. If you look at his head, the best way to look at this is if you look at his head when he's holding the line gun, the force gun, etc., the contact beam, you'll notice his head kind of like tilts as if he needs to look down the sight. But then when he holds the plasma cutter, his head's like up pinpoint, and it still looks wonky. It does, and there's no getting around it. He's just so upright, and it's just so lazy. I don't know why that wasn't fixed. We pointed that out in the video. They should have seen that thing. I feel like they did see that video, you know, and they must have, like, it got shared around quite a bit. One of the devs must have picked up on it, but I'm guessing they saw the video and, what does this guy know what he's talking about? Which, I mean, fair enough. I'm no game dev, but I'm sorry. I'm going to compare your animations to the original, and the animations just aren't as good. They're just not. Isaac's still walking like he shit his pants, and he's still a little bit wonky, but it's not the worst animation I've ever seen. It's not. And I'm like 10 hours in. I'm on chapter 10. I'm like, what was it? Maybe 7.5 hours in, I think I was, when I checked the game clock. And I'm sort of used to it now. He moves like he's RoboCop or some shit. He doesn't move like he's Isaac from 2008. He's different now. It's like a different character in a way. But the animations, they're still wonky. They're still not right. Nothing was really, really fixed. But they've definitely been polished. Nothing's been changed. Because anything you saw, the worst like offense of animation has got to be moving in and out of 0G. It's still just like there's no in between animation. He goes from the ground to he's in the air, just like bloop, and it's just like, what the fuck? I don't have it in video form. I really should have stuck that on the video. But if you've seen the previews, nothing's changed. It still looks that wonky from when you saw it. Should you let it ruin the experience for you, and should you not buy the game because of the animations? I don't think so. I think you should get it. It's definitely a quality product. If you can afford to buy it, sure, it's a premium price product here. Full price video game. This is honestly the first full priced video game I've bought this generation. I've gone that long without paying the 70. I broke with Dead Space because it was like, I need to play it. I need first hand. I don't need someone telling me. I don't need to just watch a video on it. I need to feel it. I need to play it, and I need to know what it feels like. And it doesn't feel as bad as it looks. That's the best way I can tell you. Don't let it put you off playing it, because what is here is, honestly, it's really good. It is. But all of our problems that we had on those preview builds, they're still here. They're not going anywhere. There's no way they'll ever be fixed. They're not like going to run a patch and fix them just for little old me. You're just going to kind of put up with it, and I'm putting up with it. The game is good quality. I'm going to finish it, and then I'll do a full-blown review. I'll do the review in 2 sections, because I want to talk about the game from the perspective of somebody who hasn't played Dead Space, and then from the perspective of people who are like me, where you loved that game. It was a religious experience, and you kind of want that experience again, and whether it delivers it or not. But look forward to that. Like I said, I'm on chapter 10. There is only 12 chapters. I'm gonna finish it, and then I might do a comparison video later, really showing where the animations go wrong, because let's be honest here, Motive have struck gold with this. It's been really successful from previews and everything. From all the reviews, everyone seems pretty positive on it. So I think, as long as the sales are good, and I mean, Steam, like, user base, like the concurrent players at any given time, that's pretty much deciding whether it's going to sell well or not. It looks like it's done well, so I mean, we're going to get a sequel, aren't we? Or we're going to get 2 remade. But I guess it's just one of those things. We're just going to have to put up with it. Motive are the new heads of Dead Space. And going forward, I'm okay with it, honestly. Like I said, the game's quality. You'll see in my review. But animations are still wonky. If that really does put you off and you don't want to buy it because the animations are wonky, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but nothing changed. Alright, people. That's all I got. I'll catch you later.